Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about f4 and my feelings about the necessity for f2.8. Is it all hype? Let's jump in and find out. This video is sponsored by Camera Exchange, your #1 source for used cameras and camera equipment. So give James a call today and tell him Rick sent you for a discount. I was recently invited to the M1 concourse here in Pontiac, Michigan to Syed Ahmed's son's birthday race party. I guess the race community got together for his son's birthday, and it was a pretty epic event. And of course, I brought my Z6 and Z7, but I also brought my newly found Sony A7 Mark III. I thought, what a perfect opportunity to test out some f4 lenses versus my Z6 and Z7 f4 lenses, as well as the f1.8s that I have. I bought that Sigma that I did a review, I'll put right here, that Sigma 135 f1.8, and I love that lens for portraits especially. But I wanted to do like a photo shoot in comparison, and I felt this was the perfect opportunity with things moving very fast across the screen to take some rapid fire pictures and see what I could get out of these f4 lenses. You know, everybody is always hyped about f2.8 and 1.8 and f1.4. You know, I understand the wide aperture, I understand the depth of field, I understand the bokeh or the blurry backgrounds. But I'm here to tell you, after this event, after this shoot, I got some really cool shots with my f4 lenses. Also, from my sponsor of this video, they lent me another lens that I want to talk about, that I'm really excited to talk about too. So let me just start by showing you some of these pictures and telling you that it was quite an experience. There was many photographers there. I kind of felt out of my element being side by side with other photographers and these giant long lenses, and here I am with these little, you know, this little 24-105, and you know, I have the 70-200 f4 that I just got that took with me, and I have the Sigma 135 f1.8, which is about the same length, but it's giant. But some of these guys next to me had 3-foot lenses on their cameras, so I felt a little out of place, but I held my ground and tried to feel cool, you know. Anyways, I really got to know my cameras, and I really got to know what it's like to do action. You know, I'm so used to taking pictures of static things. You know, I do tons of product photography, like I've told you before, and portrait photography. So everything's static, everything's sitting still, nothing's hardly ever in motion. So I really was out of my element, and I'm surprised at what I did. I think I did pretty good for my very first action shoot. Using f4, I'm not convinced that f2.8 or 1.8 or any of those other apertures are any better. And, you know, you hear about the contrast, and you hear about they were sharper, and that depth of field, that separation, more separation. Okay, yeah, you get more separation. But do I want to pay $1,000 to $1,500 for that separation? No, I don't. I do not want to pay that much. Anyway, so you know, I told you before, I got the Sony from my sponsor, Camera Exchange here in Waterford, Michigan. I got the Sony with a kit lens with only 12 clicks for $1,750, which is unheard of, right? It was brand new in the box. I can't beat it. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You need to call these guys, Camera Exchange, and if you're looking for something, you name your price. You tell them what you want, and they'll find it for you, and that's what they did. Same with this 24-105. I said, hey, you guys got a 24-105 laying around I can take to this race and check it out? And they said, sure, come on down and get it. So I went and picked it up, and you know what? I think I'm going to keep this lens. I really love that extra 35 millimeters of reach from the 24 to 70. I'm thinking I'm gonna trade this back in and keep this 24 to 105. I'm loving this lens. And what a great combination between the 24 to 105 and then the 70 to 200 f4. You can see by my pictures that I've put some more up here. The Sony is a phenomenal camera. So is the Nikon Z6 and Z7. I'm super happy with my purchase of all these cameras. But I think I'm going to keep these two and trade this one in for something else, maybe a prime lens for my Sony. So I really just wanted to do this quick, short video and tell you f2.8 and f1.8, they have their purpose. They have a place in your life as well as they have a place in my life. For portrait shots, yeah, f1.8, f2.8, of course. You know, but for general if you're not making money with your camera, especially if you're not making money with your camera, don't lust over another $1,500 lens. This $1,300 lens versus the $2,600 or $2,500 lens, that extra $1,200 for that 2.8, for that extra stop of light, is it worth it? Trust me, you're not taking a 70 to 200 out at night on the town doing street photography. You're not using it at night. You're just not. You're going to take a wide angle lens with a lower aperture, or a wider aperture, of course, for nighttime astronomy and street photography. Those apertures are there for those certain people, that certain project that you might have. But if you want the everyday light carry lens, cheap, awesome lens, you're going to want the f4s. I'm telling you. Yes, they're plastic. The Sonys, the Nikons, the new Z6, the 24 to 70, the 24 to 105, they're plastic, but there's still a chunk of glass in there. And I'm telling you, the f4 is fine. Don't waste your money. You know, this same lens right here, this 24 to 70 f4 is what, $699, $700 now you can get it for, and it's plastic. So is my Nikon Z 14 to 30 and 24 to 70 are plastic with a little bit of metal, but they're under $1,000. The f2.8 of the 24 to 70, which is giant, it's about this much bigger than this f4 24 to 105, is twice the price, $2,300, $2,600, $2,200. It's crazy. Why would you pay an extra $1,000 to $1,500? Same with the 70 to 200. It's so light. It's so small. It's so light. It still looks cool. I'm not a fan of the white, but I understand it. But when I'm out carrying this, boy, people look at you like, what's he got over there? Why is that white, you know? But the f4 is awesome. I just don't think I have to pay another $1,200 or $1,500 for 2.8 to get that little bit of extra contrast or that one stop of light, which I'm never going to use that lens at night. I'm not going to. Are you? You got to ask yourself these questions. I'm telling you, the f4 hands down is the new f2.8. You don't need f2.8. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments about that, but you just don't need it. I'm telling you, if you can afford it, if you got 10 grand laying around and you want to get f2.8 and 1.8 and 1.4, go out and get it if that's your thing. I mean, I would love to be able to, I just can't justify it. You know, I kind of can afford it if I want it, but I just can't justify. I'd rather go on vacation with that extra grand. I'm trying to save money for CES 2020. That's where I want to be, is Vegas in April in 2020, and I'm saving some money up for that trip. So these f4s are the bomb. I'm telling you, they're the cat diddly, whatever you want to call them, whatever era you're from. I'm super stoked with them, and I'm going to keep them. And I'm going on here now, and I don't mean to go on. I'm just really trying to get you to save some money and quit lusting after stuff you're not ever going to use. You know, professionals, even professionals. I mean, I'm semi-professional, I think. I'm not professional. I make money. I make pretty decent money, but not enough to justify an extra 12 or 1,500 bucks. That's ridiculous. For the same lens that I can get the same stuff, and then I can go and post and tweak a little bit here and get better, more contrast and stuff. It's not worth $2,000 each lens, 1,500 bucks each lens. I'm fine with these smaller, lighter lenses. My back feels better, my wallet feels better, and so will yours. So if you enjoyed this video and my rant, here I go ranting again. Please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe and hit the bell button for future videos. And I got a contest, not a contest, I got a giveaway coming in my very next video. So stay tuned. See ya.